we have the live session for race from the Canadian ultra runner. Unfortunately, he hasn't joined us. So until that he join us, so we will share what is Backyard Ultra, what is Margalla Backyard Ultra, when it's going to happen, what are the rules, what are the things are to prepare for the Backyard Ultra. So till that we have the Yele Bikma. Yele Bikma is one of the greatest endurance runner. He's in Pakistan. He's doing preparation for Backyard Ultra, and he's doing great job. Last year he participated in the Backyard Ultra, so this time he's going to smash the Dutch. Jelle is Bekma is from Dutch, so he's going to break the national record of Dutch. So it's, I think, for the 43 loops. So then we have joined Rafi Shehzada, our team, Margalla Trail Runners team member. First, going to the guests or the team members. Just I want Margalla Trail Runners. Margalla Trail Runners is a trail running club based in Islamabad, Pakistan. Margalla Trail Runners started Margalla Backyard Ultra 2021 in December. Every year in December 2021, we organize Backyard Ultra. First, going to the Backyard Ultra, let me tell you what is Backyard Ultra. Backyard Ultra is kind of founded by Lazarus Lake, one of the founder of Barclay Marathons. Backyard Ultra is a 6.7 kilometers loop or outback you can run in an hour. 1 घंटे में आप जो है Backyard Ultra का loop कर सकते हैं. If you have Backyard Ultra completed in an hour, 50 मिनट में किया है complete या 40 मिनट में complete किया है, तो then you have suppose its race has started at 9 a.m. So if you have completed the loop in 40 minutes or 50 minutes, then remaining time 20 minutes or 10 minutes you have rest time. You can rest, you can recover, you can refuel. Then before going to the Backyard Ultra, there are certain rules for the Backyard Ultra. Suppose Backyard Ultra is kind of a race where there's only one finisher, one champion. That means this race will start and finish till the last one standing. Last जब तक जो है आखिरी बंदा दौड़ता रहेगा वहां पे रेस शुरू होती है, चाहे वो जो है 1 घंटा चले, चाहे वो 50 घंटे चले, चाहे वो 4 दिन चले या 5 दिन चले. अभी रिसेंटली जो है वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप हुई जिसमें जो है 108 घंटे का रिकॉर्ड है जो हार्वी लुइस के पास है, जो यूएसए का अल्ट्रा डिस्टेंस रनर है. ठीक, उसके अलावा जो है उसमें Backyard Ultra में आपने जब रेस स्टार्ट हो गई तो आप यू कैन नॉट गो बैक. आप रूट के अलावा दूसरा रूट नहीं ले सकते. ये नहीं है कि आप जो है सिर्फ जो है 6.7 किलोमीटर का डिस्टेंस कंप्लीट कर ले. नो, आपने वही जो रूट आपको बताया गया है या मरगला बेटर अल्ट्रा का है वही उस पर भागना है. रिवर्स उसके अलावा जो है आप ये कहें कि स्टार्ट लाइन पे जो है कोरल गेट से स्टार्ट हो गए कि भाई 200 मीटर आगे चले गए, मैं कुछ चीज़ें जो है या अपनी जो है खाने पीने का सामान है वो मैं ले सकता हूँ. नहीं, यू कैन नॉट गो बैक. ठीक है, इवन जो है आप रिवर्स नहीं हो सकते. और अगर आप इवन जो लूप स्टार्ट होगा कि अब यू आर लेट 5 seconds or 10 seconds फ्रॉम द कोरल एरिया ऑफ व्हेन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ लूप, you are disqualified. So already we have mentioned each and everything about in the written format. The participants, we have the participants and we will share the document with the participants and with the all those who are know about the Backyard Ultra कि वहाँ पे हमने लिंक में शेयर किया हुआ है जिसमें Backyard Ultra के सारे रूल्स हैं. Backyard Ultra का third edition is going to be happen in the F9 Park, Islamabad, Pakistan. It's going to be happen on the 9th of December. जो है हो रहा है उसमें मरगला ट्रेल रनर्स इसको ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है. और उसके अलावा जो है उसकी 4th of December जो है लास्ट डेट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन है. वी हैव लिमिटेड टाइम, वी हैव एंड लिमिटेड स्लॉट्स. 4th of December तक जो रजिस्टर होगा वी विल गिव देम मेडल्स एंड टी शर्ट्स. आफ्टर द ड्यू डेट अगर कोई रजिस्टर होता है तो हम जो है शायद अगर हमारे पास स्पेस होगा तो उसको रजिस्टर करेंगे, अदरवाइज नहीं करेंगे। और अगर स्पेस हुआ भी तो सही, तो मेडल और टी शर्ट जो है वो हम रेस के बाद देंगे, 1 हफ्ते या 2 हफ्ते बाद देंगे, लेकिन अगर हुए हमारे पास तो वो दे देंगे। तो बैकयार्ड अल्ट्रा के हवाले से जो मरगला बैकयार्ड अल्ट्रा है, हमने वी हैव शेयर द प्राइस दिस टाइम फॉर द लास्ट वन स्टैंडिंग 40,000, जिसमें चाहे वो मेल हो फीमेल हो, कोई भी लास्ट वन स्टैंडिंग होता है उसके लिए 40,000 का कैश प्राइज है। एंड इन द बैकयार्ड अल्ट्रा इट्स ओनली वन विनर, इसमें मेल फीमेल की कैटेगरी कोई नहीं होती। तो इसमें जो सेकंड पोजीशन सेकंड पे आता है वो असिस्ट कहा जाता है उसे। तो वन हु गेट्स द पोजीशन ऑफ असिस्ट, तो ही और शी विल गेट 20,000 रुपीज कैश प्राइज। और इसके अलावा जो है इस दफा जो भी someone when he or she will run 24 loops, तो उसको जो है 10,000 कैश प्राइस जो है इनाम दिया जाएगा, यानी कि 10,000 कैश प्राइस जो 24 आवर लूप 24 आवर रन करेगा, 24 लूप्स लगाएगा। तो एंड वी हैव आल्सो कैश प्राइस फॉर दी फीमेल लास्ट फर्स्ट स्टैंडिंग। अगर फीमेल जो है, कोई भी फीमेल हमारे यहाँ वो 24 आवर्स लूप की कैटेगरी में नहीं आती, पहले ही ख़त्म कर देती है, 18 लूप लगाती है, 15 लूप, तो शी विल गेट 10,000 कैश प्राइस। And we have a special gold medal for the special medal for the last one standing, either male or female. So let's go to the now guest speakers. We unfortunately IHOR couldn't join us, so we have taken Yele Bikma. Yele is from the Dutch, from Netherlands. He's in now stationed in Pakistan. He's one of the most greatest endurance runner. He's here, and welcome, Yele. Hello, Yele. Can you hear us? Yele is joining us. So Rafi Shehzada, as our team member from Margalla Trail Runners, he is also with us. तो अभी हमारे पास जो है रजिस्ट्रेशंस हो गई हैं, उसमें हमारे पास एटलीस्ट जो है 30 स्लॉट्स रह गए हैं। तो इफ़ यू वांट रजिस्टर फॉर दी वन ऑफ द यूनिक रेस, जो एक रेस डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रेस है जिसमें आप अपनी इंड्योरेंस को देखना चाहते हैं, तो इफ इट्स डिपेंड ऑन यू कि आप जो है इफ़ यू वांट रन 1 लूप और 10 लूप्स और 5 लूप्स, इट्स अप टू यू। So if you are a male or female, if you want to enjoy, if you want to know about the format, you can join us and you can sign up for the race. And most important thing, जो हमारा पहला एडिशन हुआ था is back in 2021, back in 2021, उसमें हमारे पास सिल्वर टिकट थी। तो दैट मीन्स सिल्वर टिकट मीन्स के जो हमारे रनर्स विल क्वालिफाई, 15 रनर्स will qualify for the qualified for the national championship. So last year in 2022, we organized national championship around. It was happened in the 50 countries around the world, where our top athletes of Margalla Backyard Ultra participated, and 50 runners, and one of the national champion was Jamal Said from Pakistan Road Runners. He did amazing job. He did 50 loops, and Fida Muhammad from Islamabad Running Club. So he did 49 loops. This was so amazing. And Jamal was also the South Asian champion. So this time, you guys have opportunity if you want to be selected for the Team Pakistan in next year 2024. So you have to sign up and you have to run at least 24 loops to be selected for the at large list. So welcome, Yele.
Hi, Javid. Sorry. Hi, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. I had some difficulties getting back to the screen.
So you are one of the participants of Margalla Backyard Ultra. Last year you also participated, and you have done amazing job in a kind of ultra running, in endurance running. So let's talk with where you started running and tell about ultra distance running about, and how you are going to train, and how you are going to smash in Margalla Backyard Ultra.
Yeah, thanks. I started a long time ago, actually. Um, but then I had to give up because I got pain in my knee. I was young at that time, 21 years old, and I could never get into running again. Every time that I started, I got the same problem with my knee. So I basically gave up. And 30 years further, I was leading a project. I was about 30 kilos heavier than before, and I had a terrible headache. And I went to the doctor, and they said, "Well, no, nothing is wrong." And I said, "Well, you didn't measure my blood pressure." They measured my blood pressure; it was very high, and they gave me these pills to lower it. And I started taking those, and I felt like a zombie. Then I thought there must be something else. So I decided I have to lose weight. I have to start training, and I started with marathons. I did 10 of them. And then I came to work in Nepal, where they had these beautiful trail races on the mountains. I started participating in those. And I remember very well there was a trail race of 50 kilometers, and I thought, no, I can't do that. So I didn't participate. I went for the 16 kilometers instead. Then I moved to the Philippines, and there close to Manila is this huge lake, and there's a race that you can run around it. And I thought, this is something I need to do. So not too well prepared, I started that. I managed to get to 110 kilometers, and then I had to give up because I had so many rashes. And so since that time, I always wanted to finish. After 2 years, I managed to finish my first 100-miler. And
Wow.
just when I started getting really, really enthusiastic about trail races that they had over there as well, I did the 80-kilometer trail race. And I heard that I was going to move my job to Pakistan. And I started looking on the internet and found the Margalla Trail Runners. And I contacted you, Javid, actually, and I said, "Are you really doing
Yeah,
something
thank
in
you,
trails?"
thank you.
And then I joined some of your races. And the first race actually that we had was the backyard trail run for last year. It was the first one I did ever. And I think it was really well organized. It was very nice. It was this extreme bonding that you get with this little group of starting, I think, with 40. After some time,
Uh,
we had 20, then there were 10
no,
who kept on
we had
running.
the starting. The finisher was the participants was 85.
85. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
85. Yeah.
We
No,
started with 85. Very quickly, we went less, I think.
yeah,
After, let's say,
it's a
marathon
December is a
distance.
cold month. It's a kind of a bit
Yeah.
harsh weather in December in night time in Islamabad.
So yeah, it was very nice. I completed 15 rounds, I think, just above 100 kilometers, and then I stopped. Then we did our 60-kilometer Galiad race with you, and I
Yeah,
think that was
yeah.
very, very beautiful, very, very rainy and cold though. At the end, amazingly in July, but beautiful, amazing landscape. And on the internet, I found that the Dutch record for the Ultra Backyard is 44 rounds. And I thought maybe, just maybe, this is something I could perhaps do, because I did a 100-mile in April in the Philippines. So I started training for that, and therefore you saw that yesterday I did a sort of mini ultra backyard of 60 kilometer. Now I want to actually taper, and I had hoped that I could ask IHOR how he does that. I mean, how much do you still run, let's say, the last 2 weeks?
So,
So that's
just I wanted to ask
basically.
that. So you are going to be, I think, most senior runner with us, and you have done many big
Oh no.
ultra runnings. So I wanted to know that. Uh, Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just hello.
Hello, I can hear
Can you
you.
can yes, we
Yeah,
can hear you. We can hear you. We can't
yeah.
see you. We can't see you, but
Wait,
we
wait,
can
wait,
hear you.
wait, wait. I don't know what happened. I get the private chat all the
Can you
time.
hear me,
Yeah,
Javed, now?
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes, Doc, we can hear
Yeah, we
you.
can hear you. You have a different background as well.
We can hear you. So, Hele, first going to be that means you are most senior runner with us, and you have done great ultra distance running around the world. And we know that you run wherever you go, you run, and you love running. I personally know that.
Yeah, you know,
So,
the good
so
thing is if you travel, I travel a lot, you know, for my work, all the time actually. And I used to like cycling also, but
yeah,
you know, taking a bicycle with you is difficult. And your shoes you can just bring anywhere, and you can run anywhere as well. And you get to know the area immediately, which I think is very, very interesting. You come to places
that's
you would
great.
otherwise
That's great.
never get to. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So first, just viewers, I want to say that if you have a question regarding the Margalla Baker Ultra, you can text on the Facebook page of the Margalla Trail Runners, where the live session we will take your questions. If you have any questions regarding the Margalla Baker Ultra, you can ask us. So Yele, I wanted to ask how you are going to prepare. We know that you yesterday you did 60 kilometers, and you are doing preparation for that. And how now it's I think almost 13 days to go for the Margalla Baker Ultra. So it's now going to be rest days. You will hopefully how you are going to prepare for the Baker Ultra. What's your preparation? What's your gear for the Baker Ultra? What kind of things you are going to bring this time if you are running 2 days or 3 days?
But this time, one of the things that I learned last year was I had not expected. You know, I had been in Pakistan before, a long time before, but I lived in Lahore and in Hyderabad, where it's a bit warmer during winter. So one thing we learned last year, my wife Rebecca is always with me as well to support. She's here actually. She doesn't want to be on screen, but she is. No. She was waiting for me, and she was getting cold. And indeed, even this 10 minutes that sometimes you enter you before the end of the hour, you get quickly cold. You know, you get praise from dog. Um, so warm clothes for this rest time, and for my partner. A sleeping bag as well, something to lie on, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes. This is not something that came from myself, but 2 weeks ago we had, I forgot the name of the lady from Canada. She mentioned try to rest at the moment that
Ama-
you can,
Amanda,
even
Amanda,
if it's
Amanda,
Amanda.
Amanda
Yeah,
Knight.
exactly. So Amanda said that, and actually that's what I tried out yesterday as well. I thought let me follow a bit her ideas, because she said try to benefit from that 10-15 minutes in the best possible way, no? So if you, for example, need some more energy, make your coffee and drink it immediately, so that when you start, the coffee is kicking in, and don't do it, for example, at the last moment, so that it only kicks in halfway. So I tried that. She said try to rest whenever you can, when you feel like it. So I did that in between the. I tried to imitate an exact ultra last night.
Wow.
So every time on the
So
end, on the top of
how many
starting.
minutes you were taking a nap, short nap? 5 minutes, ten
Well,
minutes?
I wasn't so fast. So she said that she would do 42 minutes. I did 48, 50. So it was only like 5, 6. But even that, it is actually a good idea. I was surprised. Um, I bought, when I was in the Netherlands, actually a lot of gels, because I feel that those always give you some energy, particularly with caffeine. But then I'm a coffee addict, so maybe that's not the same for everybody. But what I learned in my 100-mile in the Philippines as well was that there I had cold coffee. And if you really almost start falling asleep, and that's definitely going to happen if I manage to go into the second night, but even in your first night quite often, and you take that cold coffee, preferably with a bit of sugar because you need the energy, that helps a lot. Then what Amanda also said, and I think I tried that yesterday as well, keep on eating. Because usually you don't feel like eating, and your stomach is a bit tight, and you feel tired, and that makes you weaker all the time. So I think that's a very good one too. So have a lot of things that you like with you. So for me, that will be sweets, but it will also be bread with peanut butter and jelly, things that I find comfortable to eat. Eggs with a bit of salt. I'm vegetarian, so then another thing what I will do is bring some dry shirts, because particularly during the day you probably get quite sweaty. So sometimes it's good to put on something dry. I didn't do that last year, and I think that's nice. The other thing I think you have to be always careful about, I have a particular sensitivity for it, but I think many other people forget about it too, is to keep your electrolytes high enough. And I think something like ORS,
Enough.
well, you should
Much more.
take I would say regularly some sort of isotonic drink or ORS, but keep them high enough. Bananas are very good for your potassium, but that's just the potassium. I mean, your just salt levels will go down, so keep those up. Every second, third, fourth round, even if it's cold, you need a bit of that. Gatorade, those type of drinks, I think have enough of those with you. The nice thing is that gives you a bit of energy immediately as well. So these things I'm trying to bring with me. Then for the training, what I usually do, but I'm not sure, I would love to hear from actually other ultra runners, is I start doing shorter work and very, very much less, and a bit more intensive to be really in sort of top form when the event is there. And I stop usually a week before almost. I don't do much training, maybe 2, 5, 10K runs, and a bit intensive with a bit of intervals. And then the last 2 days I take rest. I don't do any sort of exercises for strengthening my muscles, because my experience is that if you do that, exactly those muscles start aching in your 20th round or after 100K, and that can be quite painful. Whereas if you don't do it, you're more relaxed. Your body is more relaxed. I thought that IHOR had joined us, but it's some of my colleagues who want to run.
IHOR, I think IHOR is not joining.
Don't be scared. It's fun. Don't be. Just do. Like I said, my first 100-mile that I ran around the lake in the Philippines, I was not. I was running 10Ks, 20Ks, half marathons. Yeah. Come in, please.
No, I'm not. Just taking the comments from the. Comments from.
No, I think don't be scared. I mean, the only thing, what I learned and what I think is very important. Remember, I told you that I had to stop running because of my knee, and that came back many, many times. And what I learned is at the moment that it starts hurting, that's your body telling you go slower. You don't have to stop, but go slower. And you feel that it disappears. And that is for your tendons, it's for almost everything. I had my knee, after that I had my left Achilles, my heel tendon, that started hurting as well. And it was just stupid, just pushing through. No, I want to keep this pace of 4.5 or 5 minutes per kilometer. Don't. just go back to 6, 7, 8, doesn't matter. And
So
that's
can you
because of these words, they push you like, I want to keep my speed. Just go back, and if you go slow, you'll find that often you don't need any rest, you don't need anything different. Just slowly let your body get back in shape. But Doc is
Doc,
nodding. He
just
knows more about these things from a medical perspective, I think.
Dr. Ghulam Mustafa, just you are the doctor. I wanted to ask a questions and general questions as how much electrolytes are important for kind of a running in kind of a hard activities, ultra running. Just you have
Thank you
to
for letting
tell
me
the
part of this
audience that
amazing discussion.
how important for ultra running.
Thank you, Javed. Thank you, Yele. And thank you for letting me be part of this amazing discussion. So, there are two perspectives which I have conceived so far. One is the medical one, and other is which I got to know through a lot of elite runners. So, runners have very different point of view, and the medical science sometimes they have very strict point of view. So I will tell the brief point of view that how the medical science is insisting on electrolytes. So basically, I will tell you the how the electrolytes work. It's like the basic machinery function. Imagine that you're running and all of a sudden there is a phenomena that a lot of runners have received. It's called blockage or hitting the wall. So when we hit the wall, basically is that when our electrolyte in our body they stop and our body is not getting a proper function. So coming back to the question that how much electrolytes we need throughout the running, it so many variables are around. So if we look at the denominators, they say that if you're sweating too much, the number of electrolytes we need more. But if we are running at the night time, we don't need that much of electrolytes. So experienced runner, which I learned from a lot of people by asking the same question, they tell me that we need as a runner to go with our intuition, with our body experiences. So they constantly maneuver and manipulate their electrolyte intake. Important thing is that we need to listen to our body. You know, I think a lot of runners they have experienced this, and even I have suffered through that thing. There's a learning curve, and that learning curve will tell us that our body is missing electrolytes. So if I say that you need to take electrolytes but every single loop, maybe it will not work for everybody. So everybody is different. We need to take electrolytes, and there is important phenomena. Today I will share that with you as well. There is a very fine criteria. There are three types of your urine samples. If we look at our urine sample and it's very bright, transparent, and you can see through this. If you look at your sample of your urine and you can see through this, that means we are losing electrolytes through our body itself, even though we are taking more, because we are depleting it. So we don't need to panic because we are running and we sometimes take a lot of water, and because of that more water we deplete our electrolytes. So one tip which is very important for me as a runner, and I guess it's important for other runners also, that we need to look at the quality of our pee. If the pee is too dark, if it's too dark yellow and we cannot see through this, that means our water intake is getting severely low, and we need to rehydrate ourselves and think about our electrolyte as well. So the best point, the sweet spot is that when the is some like a little muddy in the urine. So three different samples, if you look at them, if it's transparent, we need to hold on water a little bit so that the retention of electrolytes is inside the body. If it's too dark, that means we're severely lacking the water intake inside. So we need to look at the middle point where it's not too dark, not too light, but little bit muddy or little bit see-through and light yellowish. So during the run, I mean, everyone has to go through this procedure where we have to go to the lures, and we carefully need to examine that, and we can carefully maneuver that we are not getting any cramps because of the lack of electrolytes. So having electrolyte thing is extremely important, but we don't need to overdo it or less and forget about this. So there is always a sweet spot, and more we run, more we learn the technique than when we need it. So I have seen so many people on this. I hope it helps. Thank you very much.
Yele, what are your thoughts in this regard? What your comments in this regard? So about the electrolytes.
I agree totally with Doc. I think you listen to your body, but sometimes you don't know either. Let's say I did a 24-hour, actually just 2 weeks before the Ultra Backyard last year, and I told Rebecca, my wife, I'm going to stop because look, there's something wrong with my heart. My fingers are completely swollen. Something is wrong with my circulation. Then we looked it up on internet and it said, well, ultra athletes might actually have a shortage of sodium. So she made some concoction for me with a lot of sodium, and lo and behold, it stopped and I could continue. So, I mean, there I learned, in fact, that, of course, the Philippines is very hot and very, very humid. So you keep on sweating, but your body doesn't cool. Your body doesn't know that, so it keeps on sweating. So you lose extreme amounts. But that's actually where I learned that this wall that Doc was talking about, I always hit it around 80K, 100K. And then at once I think I can't do anything anymore. And only because of this and starting to manage the electrolytes, I think that's getting better. I mean, I still hit a wall. It's just tiredness, but it's not this extreme. From one moment you feel okay, and the other moment it's just gone. The same I said, like what you feel a little bit with injuries and so on. Listen to your body is really important, and we often tend not to do it. Like, it's weak, I feel tired, let me push through it. But you have to learn to find that sweet point. Don't push too much. Don't give up, of course. You stop after one round. But if there are little pains that are out of the ordinary, if you're a little bit more thirsty, or if you have this very dark urine, I often have that problem. I sweat a lot. Immediately take action. Drink more. And use and look at your electrolytes, because when you start drinking more, of course, you start also probably losing more, like what Doc said, when it gets very bright, your urine. So yeah.
One more question.
But everybody is very different.
Yeah,
like I know that
obviously.
I sweat much more than most people, just generally already. And in this running, I just need to drink more than, for example, somebody else.
So Yele, just you ran Baker Ultra last year, and it was in December, month of December. So month of that December is cold in Islamabad. So how what will you suggest that to the runners, to the participants? So especially in the night time, if they are running, they have to run in shorts. Either they had to run in a trouser to cover their legs, to avoid from the wind, kind of a cold wind, to avoid from stiffness of the muscles. Either they have to complete when they are going to complete the loop. Suppose they have a 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They have to cover up body or not when they have to finish their loop.
I would always suggest to use long trousers for the night, just to keep your legs comfortable, and long sleeves, and perhaps have a small. It's not extremely cold. I mean, I did last night my run over here. It was like 4 or 5 degrees, and it generally doesn't get that cold. But have a thin jacket as well to if it gets even a bit colder to just put on to keep yourself. Certainly cover yourself against cold during that rest. Yeah, even though you might not feel cold immediately, but you can very easily catch a cold, and you don't want that, obviously. Yeah, always protect yourself from the cold. And
Doc,
but therefore I said, what I would say, I learned that last year, bring some dry clothes as well. It's very comfortable after three,
yeah,
four,
yeah.
five
Obviously, you
to put a dry
I
shirt.
it was one of the most important thing was I was last time we were Doc was there, so I was with Marine. So Marine said that I used two shoes and two socks,
Yeah,
and two socks, only two socks. You can use socks if your socks are dry, shoes are dry, and your feet are dry. You can use it. Other if you are the socks are wet or the feet are wet, you can change your socks. So first time after the 24 hours he changed the socks, and till the 100th of loop he has same socks. And obviously you are right that you have to the participants have to the dry cloths, and the most of the time I have contacted with the like Amanda. I talked to the Marine. They said that when you come to the in the night time, when you have to finish the loop, and quickly you have to wrap up your body, you have to wrap up your legs with the kind of uh, light blanket, you have to jacket on your body, that you have to keep your warm body till the start of loop. So till even that when you going are at the coral area, you have to keep wear it. Then you are going to leave the coral area, start of the loop, you can give it to the your crew members if they are available to you, because you
yeah,
have to keep
true.
your body warm at the night time.
Yeah, yeah. No, agreed. I think it's very important, and we tend to forget because you feel
So
warm.
yeah,
After you come in, you feel really warm, so you think you don't need it.
needed
But that I think
because
is a mistake. But again, I think Doc probably knows the medical reasons behind it as well.
what do you want to say, Doc, in this regard? Doc, what are your comments? Can you hear
He,
us,
he,
Doc?
Yeah, hi. So I'm the most naive one. I'm the most naive one when it comes to the clothing or the gear.
yeah, you come from Sint, isn't it?
Can you hear
It's
me?
always hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear we
So
can
what I was saying is that I'm the most, I mean, if you say the stupid maybe, when it comes to the clothing. So what I do is that I always go for the lighter, shorter, and I mean the minimum clothing for the running
true.
duration. I mean, most of you already know that. I'm not in favor of too many clothes, too many socks, too many shoes. Just as less as gear possible physically I can carry. Having said that, for the runner, there is a simple mechanism which is called the thermodynamics of the body. So during that thermodynamics, what happens is that, as you said, Yale, we finish the race, we are very warm. But when we leave, our body gets stiff if we are not properly covered or warm. So most of the runner, they feel very difficult. I mean, they feel a lot of struggle while they are starting up. As soon as
Yeah,
they start, they get into the loop, they feel much comfortable later on. So to avoid that, I mean, it's a very good suggestion by Marine and by you as well, Javed. That I mean, I will do that this time as well to cover my body while we are sitting or waiting for the loop to start. So that's a very valid suggestion. Having said that, my ethics and my uh, dressing
sure.
sense while dressing gear, I mean, if I say so, is not very good, and I would not recommend anyone to follow that, because just one short, one shirt, and one bandana, and I'm good to go.
So one more important thing I want to ask this, especially those who wanted to go for long runs. Suppose who wanted to 24 hours or 20 hours. So really, so it is better to they have to not lay down. I was observing that, I was watching that live when even Harvey Lewis was doing kind of more than 3 days. He was running even that when he came to the I think third or fourth day, he was laid down, he slept, and he tried to stretch well, properly, properly, properly. And he was it was in the, I think it was in the Tennessee. It was a bit hot that time.
Yeah.
They were they took the ice cubes on the neck area. So we don't have need in December, obviously. Yeah. But what would you say that runners have to lay down for 5 to 6 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, according to the, they don't have to sit down on the floor. They have to sit on the chair.
I think this is again something that everybody is a bit different. What I actually heard from Amanda, I tried out last night and was just indeed to lay down for a moment, to just give your body all that rest. I think in general, particularly for this ultra backyard, it's different when you keep on running, no, when you do 100 miles at once. But for this backyard, try to use that rest that you have, if you have it, as much as you can, because you get tired, you're gonna get slower, and these are good moments to just recover a little bit. So if laying down is comfortable, why not? That's what I would say.
Just
Yeah.
okay. So please, I have that even with runs, even first today we ran half marathon organized
Yes,
by the
you went fast. I saw it.
running club. First we have to give congratulations, and it was super duper arrangements, and it was a massive arrangements also, as the good turnout was there. And so the congrats to the volunteers, congratulations to the organizing team. So just a bit sessions, we can do lighter tempo runs. So when after that, we after the finishing the run, so we went lay down or sit down on the floor. Suddenly our knees going to feel either knees going to be locked. So either if I have after that, if you are sitting on the chair sides, you feel good. Your legs are on the uh, not on the, not you have to don't you we don't have to sit on the floor side. We have to sit on the chair. We have to properly, as we have to relax properly, not on the floor. I feel that if we are sitting on the floor, I feel that knees
Yeah, everywhere in
while
fact.
to be
Yeah.
that. Even I last time I was observed that it's happened to me. So
Good
you
point. You just added
same like
here
that.
to me to take for me to take a little seat or something.
No, that's why, because I already we have mentioned that the participants have to manage this. If they have a kind of a small chair or that's anything else, they have to bring
Yeah.
with them. We have already document it's ready for the Margalla Backyard Ultra. We will soon share on hopefully on the Monday, because it's kind of a rules, regulations, guidelines, and each and everything in the documents. So they have to set and prepare for accordingly. So day and night time they have to gear warm up class. They have to kind of, if they are running in a just in a 5 to 10 8 groups, it will be probably in the daytime. If they are planning for the more, they have to bring gear and clothes accordingly. So Jele, you have done races also 100 mile areas and different kind of things. So how much it's a very difficult to run in a, it's kind of a weather conditions, it's kind of in a winter seasons or in a humid conditions or in a in a normal conditions that we run in a ultras, because you know that in ultra here in Pakistan is we can't run in it's kind of August or September as month of until the October. In till the October is very difficult.
You know, I mean, I did a lot of ultra running in the Philippines, and there they don't have the luxury to say we wait for a colder season, because there is no colder season, and it's always, or it can always be way above 30 degrees during the day, usually sunny and hot, and during the night it's still 28 or something, and it's possible. But certainly here it gets up to 40 and even a bit more. So here it's much more pleasant, obviously, to run during winter time. I find when it gets too cold, worse than the heat. The heat is uncomfortable, but you don't really get sick or stiff or frostbite in the worst case. I found in the Alps, when we ran around 3,000-meter height and it started snowing, I found that more difficult, to be honest, even though we had a good rain gear and these things. So I personally, but that's a very personal thing, I prefer the heat. But you may have seen this. It's actually a compatriot of mine. I forgot his name for the moment, but he's this crazy guy who does all the running in winter and ice bath and these kind of things. He will probably say you the opposite. So that's a very personal thing. But I think somehow winter in Pakistan is a very good time, if there was no smog. You know, the pity is that we have this air pollution, unfortunately. But for the rest, the temperatures are very comfortable. The problem that I would say, if you have heat and high moisture, is the chafing. Yeah, so you need loads of jelly. So just to make sure that you don't get this chafing, this painful wounds. And I remember Fida Watan during our last Galiad, even it wasn't that hot, he had problems with that because of his backpack. So petroleum jelly is very, very good for that. In the cold, you have less of those type of problems, but you need to protect yourself well. Even though Doug only takes the minimum, I think generally be sure that you have enough to protect yourself from the cold. Wim Hof is his name, by the way, the ice person.
So I have a question from both of you, Javed and Yele. I have a question. That is, what gear you will be using during the Backyard Ultra, especially starting with you, Javed.
Gear, this time I will try my best. Okay, I will come with preparation. As you know that I, along with the running Backyard Ultra, I have to going to organize also things.
Yes.
So physically, I am also training for the Backyard Ultra, and mentally, I have to take pressure for the organizing matters. So keep one side to organizing matters, for come to the running side. So I will, this time I'm going to, obviously it's kind of a different kind of a class in the daytime and nighttime, and I will run with in especially in shorts in daytime and with t-shirt. This kind of if it's kind of a chilly weather in the night time, and with trouser and full sleeve, and as kind of a this windbreaker, and the currently in blanket with me. It's kind of, I have arranged for myself it's a large stand where I can sit on the chair, not on the floor. I will try my best. I have a chair. I will sit on the chair, and I have a kind of a proper sleeping arrangements, kind of a blanket. I will also minutes or 10 minutes, 8 minutes nap. But it's as Marine said that it's on the first day. It's very difficult you have to take a nap because you already kind of you know that you have taken caffeine and you are taking tea or coffee and anything else. So you will it's very have to kind of nap. If I go for long, I will take a short naps also, and I will also it's kind of a proper food arrangements for me. As I will, my crew members will be my family and my wife, and my in a night time I will be brother, and hopefully they will support you, Doc.
Where's the
Uh,
plan?
the I will just I will not go with kind of gels and kind of it's kind of anything else. I'm not to use that. So I will take food which
Yeah.
it's kind of I'm habitual like bananas. It's kind of a you know morning time I'll take a proper breakfast and daytime I will do a lunch, but not to be more on the like a full with carbohydrates and kind of a fat food. In the same and night time, I'm a bit fond of tea, and because I have to run in the night time, so I will make a couple of sip of coffee too. And I will also this time yesterday last in Baker Ultra, I kind of made a mistake that we have to take it's kind of a soup or noodles. It's in hot water, but kind of we have to we can't. It's very difficult to drink our water. It's night time. It's will become too cold. So I will try my best. I will go for soup. It's kind of hot water and it's kind of a noodles water, kind of a bit spice, salty one. So take because I have to complete the water intake too. So and I will prepare a list of food and the gear properly. And 1 week before that, what I am bringing with me and what kind of as uh, this the list was shared by with me Rain that I have to follow this kind of a chart and in every hour what I am taking.
Yeah.
I will try down things that's what I'm how data intake and how much food I am taking that. So hopefully I will try my best. I will run as much as loops, and as Maren said, you have to run till you are running till the hour. You are finishing the loop in an hour. If you are not finishing the loop hour, that means you are DNF. So I'm not going to target 12 hours or 24 hours. If I'm running and feeling good, then I will continue my running.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to get pushed through that feeling that you want to give up. No, you gave me some time. You know, these are my new, not so new anymore. I ran too much on it already.
Yeah,
But
this is more important thing is
Is
choose.
it Kayano? Is it A6
Yes, yes,
Kayano?
Christina has joined us. Christina
yeah, it's
has
exciting.
Christina, can you hear us?
I
Lovely
just bought
shoes.
those, and then if it gets too hard and I get too tired, I use my Hoka Bondi. They're
Clifton.
very soft. Uh, no, it's Bondi actually. They're very soft, so they give a little bit more cushioning and so on. So I especially take those two. Then for the night, I have a jacket like this. It's actually a cycling jacket that I can easily put on or off. No, maybe a windbreaker, but I find that I always sweat a bit too much in those. This one I can easily take on and off, and I can put a little bit in the back, a little bit of a drink or something. It's a cycling one. Then for lying down, I have this one, a little mat. And what the other thing, what I think is a good idea indeed to bring a good blanket and what you said, the chair. I had not thought of that, but I'm gonna see if I can buy one that you can sit on, because indeed that is sometimes by far the most comfortable. You can sit back a little bit, relax your legs. Then I bought tons of these. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all of it, the power gel type of stuff, and the simple ORS. plus what I would say comfort foods. You know, my experience is these gels and all. At some stage, you just don't want anymore. So take something that you always like. For me, that's bread with peanut butter, but for other people, it might be whatever, maybe a hamburger or whatever, fries. Yes, I showed off the gear. Correct. Because I was asked what to bring.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
And thank you so much for letting us know, actually. It's a great insight from your perspective. And I think Javed is also bringing some stuff to show off.
let me see. Ah, yes, that's the isotonic one, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are, I
Yeah,
think, plain electrolytes without the sugar, I guess.
yeah, yeah. See, I got this one as well. Something comparable, but I find that after some time, you don't want it anymore. It just tastes so bad, and I think you have to have something ready for that as well. For it might be for me in terms
I
of
agree.
drink, just coffee, black coffee with a bit of sugar.
Exactly.
It's cold. It makes me happy. But having a few of these, really, in case you need it, I think is important, and it helps. You can feel it. Good that you're there, Christine. I don't know
Right.
how to go on the general chat. I just see only private chat, or is that the same? Haha.
You will get notification on private chat. Yeah.
I think Christina with us. Christina, can you hear us? Christina, can you hear us?
I think they are typing the messages.
Yeah, we don't hear you, Christina, but you hear us. I hope 45. I said, but ha 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 ha. No way. I mean, at some stage, it's just
So,
also mentally so hard, you know? I really already find that after like 20 hours, like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, I've been running for 20 hours. Let's do something else, for goodness sake. So, but
so
somehow
are you in?
I've the Dutch record is one of the weakest in the world. I've never had the Dutch record in my life. I've tried a few speed skating and so on, but I never managed. So I'm sort of thinking like maybe, you know, if everything goes really well, then I'll try that. But I doubt it very much. I mean,
Uh, I see, I see, I see.
So I was
So one last thing, I can add a bit of feedback about the volunteers. I mean, how many volunteers will be coming, and they are amazing. Last time we had an amazing support for the
yeah.
volunteers. What's happening this
uh,
time?
the, thanks kind of regarding the arrangements this time. Let me from the start. This time we are going to live on the Facebook and the YouTube channel, all the event. Hopefully we have the 3 to 4 cameras on the starting
Cool.
area. We have 3 to 4 cameras on the starting area, and we have a screen, big screen, that, and we, the result will be shared on that time. Also you can see your result on the screen. The result will be like that. It's kind of you will see your names, you will see your loop, your slowest loop, your the fastest loop, your average time on the loops, and you the total time on the race. And ones who will be DNF will be the down, and those who are running on the, they will go to the top side. So this time we have also, we are bringing the, it's kind of a special bell. It's kind of one, those who will go for the personal best in Baker Ultra. That means suppose the best loops are the 12, then I will go for the 20 loops or 13 loops, I will ring the bell. It's kind of this will show this I have done a personal best and Backyard Ultra. So this time as a new addition that we have a camera, and we have almost more than 20 volunteers in the Baker Ultra. Those the two of the dedicated volunteers will be on the result sites online, updating and taking the care of the RFID sheets of the time to time. They will and every hour and every loop they will update the results. And start of the race uh, we have 2 to 3 course marshal on the bicycle. They will show us those who are new in the Islamabad, those who are first time doing the Margalla Baker Ultra. So first 2 to 3 loops, they will guide the participants, and all the course marshal will be there on the Baradar and also on the mid other at the bridge side to guide the participants through the route. And also the participants volunteers will be at the starting and finishing point. They will hand over the finisher, suppose we can say medal and t-shirt, to the participants. Those who wanted to finish the race, they will get he or she will get immediately medal and t-shirt. Any other things, if we have announced that, we will give to them. So hopefully we are trying our best. We in a kind of a limited resources, so we will try to arrange things. And as in every time we are going to kind of we have a large shamana for the participants, so they can pitch their small tent inside the Shamiana area. If it will be on the basis of first come first serve, so those they can come and pitch their camps inside the Shamiana, because it will be in the night time. December will be too cold, and we have a separate area for the administration and volunteers. So they have a separate area for administration and the volunteers, and we have separate area for the uh, uh, participants. And kind of at the start and finishing point, we have the kind of a toilet facility from the park F9 park management. And it's after the 1 kilometer, 1.3 kilometers,
I know.
kind of, and 8 sides, it's kind of a toilet facility
I
also.
remember
Mostly
that one very well.
and I was using that one because to
Me
save the
too.
time. I was not going to the F8 side, because at the starting and finishing point, it was taking too time to go there, and it was wasting time for the rest area. So even part toilet area of the F10 gate side, if they wanted to save their time, so they even at the before one and before at the after the 5 kilometer 5.5 kilometers, it's kind of also another toilet facility there. They can use that. I will share the proper route already, that those who don't know about the route, we have kind of in a hard, it's kind of soft in a format, because we have done that. We will share the documents. We will mention in the document that it's kind of each and everything about the route. It's kind of it's route is very simple, and most important thing is the F9 park route is one of the is a luxurious route that is kind of a flat, and it's kind of a gravel and kind of a dirt track. Not too much road portion, just 500 meters to 600-meter road portion. This kind of it's a more fascinating, because road portion hurts always if you are running again and again on the road portion, as
Mm.
mentioned by the other those who were running in the Baker Ultra World Championship. Because the night time they were running on the road portion, because road portion is a bit harder. If you are
Mm.
doing a half marathon is enough. That if you are doing running 12 hours on the road portion, is very tough and very exhausting. So we have kind of, and it's a one most important thing, there's no repetition in the route. route side. If you are starting from the and you are finishing in, and so it's kind of you will not be bored on the route. You have to start, and you will not repeat the route.
One
So
thing, Javid, in the
yes,
beginning, there's this part where we have to go. It's maybe at the 800 meters or 700 meters. We sort of cross a field, and I remember going wrong there. I was going straight, and people called me back. Now, when you get tired, I mean, even though you know the route, but if it's the second night, let's suppose we reach the second night, yeah, then it is very useful if you have something that indicates you go to the right over here. It's very silly,
yeah,
but the most
yeah,
simple things, you know, I work on the I run here on a cricket course. You can't believe it, but I'm counting. It's 16 rounds to complete my almost 7 kilometers, and then I go back to my guest house. I quickly drink something. That's how I did it. But the later it gets, the more difficult it is for me to count back from 60 to 1. Am I in loop 3 or 4? Or was it 5? Or was it 3? Let me be sure. And then you see later on, oh, I did 2 loops too many. Or it, it's amazing, you know, when you get tired, how little your brain actually can keep. And so
yes,
if you, even though it sounds, and many people are very familiar with the park, please make sure that particularly where you have these little sort of turn-offs, that it's very, very clear. And I
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell
yeah,
you a story. I
yeah,
did a 75-kilometer race in the Philippines, and there were these big boards, you lightening up really, that you had to go to the left there, and it was very steep. And we started the race in the morning, and also very steep, and it was night. And I thought, no, this is wrong. You know, I went to the wrong side. I went to do the same loop again, but I wasn't. So I went back, and eventually I missed the cutoff time because I was confused. Just very silly. But these things actually really happen just because you're tired and exhausted. So
yes,
y-
yeah, just yeah, yeah. In Wicked Ultra, it's kind of a race that if you are tired, if you are in a sleepy, it's up to you, because that's why you are going to be DNF inside. If you are taking wrong turn, you are DNF. If you are taking, so we will try our best. We will put signs on the areas.
yeah,
We'll put signs on the areas where
just if
you
you won't.
where
Yeah,
we will put signs. But it's kind of it's person's fault if they are going to wrong direction, because you have done 10 times on the loop this side. You know the route. Obviously, you have 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Obviously, you have even you have GPS file. If that means you are in a not in a good kind of the running, that's you are hallucinated. You are in a sleepy mode. You are in the kind of you are not feeling good. So that's if you are taking right turn, wrong turn. That means you are wrong. Yes, that's you are going to be the
it
last
happened to
time.
me in the
Remember, Doc,
third
that
round.
remember that at the night
Yeah,
time at 11, 12 a.m. Night time, dark. He was sleepy. He was in sleepy, so he entered into the cricket ground area. He didn't knew that where I'm going. That so that he came back and he said, I went to the wrong direction. He said himself that I am DNF. So that means in the Baker Ultra, this is kind of a race that you have to take care things. You have to. That means if you are you that means if you are sleepy, you are out from that. Even let me share one thing that in a recent in Baker Ultra World Championship, that in after the 60-second loop, the one guy came back. He started the loop. Then after the I think 10 minutes or 5 minutes, he came back to the starting line. Starting line. He said to the organizers and volunteers were there at the desk. He said, "I have forget my tracker. I wanna take this one." So then they said to the you had to talk to the Les race director. Les came that he said that already mentioned in the before the start of the race, and in the rules of the Baker Ultra, you cannot take back. You cannot go reverse. If you are taking reverse back to the, it's kind of a wrong. You are out. And just one sentence he said to him, we can discuss long and whole night to argue that at the end you are disqualified. So can you
True,
imagine
but
that where from he came,
yeah,
and he was at after the 60th loop. Yeah, so
yeah.
this is the Baker Ultra. You have to see, you have to, if you are, it's your fault if you are going sleepy. Volunteers and the organizers never ever
No,
tell you that's uh,
this is
the
a very
at the
strange crossing, you know. And you,
yeah,
most of you live in Islamabad, and you do this all the time. There are many people, like also Doc, that we come from different places. We don't know the park that well. I think there are a few spots that are really difficult, particularly when it's night. Not because only because you're tired, but simply because you can't see it. It's not a path. It's just a track that is hardly discernible, that goes from there, from the left to the outside. I know just before the toilets, basically. Yeah, and then
yeah,
I think
I know.
then
We will put
those
signs
points
there. We will
you
put
can
signs
put a
this
nice
time.
sort of an arrow, you know. That's
Yeah, we will put signs, arrows kind of there, and right and left. We will put their
yeah.
arrows, and hopefully they will not
Another
to.
question, a little bit related to it, I would say that the number of roundabouts. I know that the official route is that you go around it, but I definitely saw, and I maybe have done it myself as well, that I would go straight. In fact, then you run less, I think. What is the rule there? I mean, do we have
I
to
couldn't
follow
get.
the roundabout on the
I couldn't get the
outside?
question. I
Okay, we have like two or three roundabouts
Yeah,
that we cross, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
have
We
to
have
go
to take a
around, or
roundabout.
do
We
you
have
have
to
to
take
go
a
straight?
roundabouts.
Always
Yeah,
around.
we have to take a roundabouts. We even you can see, if you have to clearly, you have to zoom at the route. You have to take a roundabouts. I was again and again, and last time I mentioned that you have to take a roundabout. You have not to go straight. If
Okay.
you go straight, I think you have take 10 to 15 meters will be short from the route.
And there are
So
two
you
or
have to take a
three. Yeah,
roundabouts.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. Clear. Even if the guy in front of you is taking the straight line, right? Or the woman.
Yeah. Obviously, I will try. Though I will be the participants. I will. It's the responsibility of the race director. That obviously I will share the concerns. I will share the with if anyone taking shortcut, if anyone taking wrong route. So with evidence, it's just with not to mouth. Just I have to say that he's, because I'm also one of the participants. So with the evidence, I will share that if anyone taking shortcut, if anyone has on the wrong side of the route, so with the share with the race director. It's decision of the race director, so he will disqualify or not, because there are things straightforward in the Baker Ultra. So simply, if you are just even brain, I was watching live that you were just 30 seconds later he reached after the start of the 101 loop, after the 100 loop, he was disqualified. He was
Yeah.
coming that even he one of the greatest runners. Even 30 seconds. Yani कि there are no compromise on it. No compromise on it. No compromise on it. Because we have to be fair with ourselves. It's because if we are not fair with us, if we are
Yeah.
taking any kind of
No, neither would I, you know. But it's the problem is, Christina, if you see somebody doing it in front of you, you, even though you know you should not do it, you think like, you know, why would I be so strict? Let me do this too. Particularly if it's Javed who is doing the straight line.
no, I will not do straight line. I will be
Yeah,
I I will be a hunter.
yeah. No, I know.
So hopefully it will be fun. It will be it will be
Yeah.
no way. So it's Yele, at the end I want to say that what do you want to say that Margalla Backyard Ultra is last date of registration is on the 4th of December. So what do you say to the those who want to be registered for the Backyard Ultra?
Register.
Those
Yeah,
who,
I saw some people who were afraid of it. Don't be afraid. It's fun. Just do it. And even I think we have this rule that there's only one who wins and the rest did not finish. I think everybody who participates actually is a winner, and there's one who is our super
yeah.
champion. So yeah, please come. It's
Uh,
really a huge experience, and particularly if you do a few of them, it's great fun, and you meet all kinds of crazy people. It's you have a lot of time to talk to them. It's very nice.
yeah. Every time in every loop, you will meet with a different kind of a people, different person. You have to take a long discussion, 40 minutes. You
And
will,
sometimes you think it's a new person, but you've just been talking to this, but you're so tired that you don't know anymore. Yeah.
uh, Doc, what do you want to say at the end? So Margalla Backyard Ultra is going to be open on the 9th of December, and last date of registration is 4th of December.
So, I mean, you have guys said it all, and I just want to re-emphasize again that it's a fun-filled event. There will be loads of good energy. The vibes are amazing. So, if we can just be there for the sake of the running, for the love of running, that would be, I think, just incredible. And honestly speaking, I'm going just for so I can eat donuts there. Very good sponsors we have for the donuts as well. So and good food, Gatorade is there. So I mean, just have fun. At the end of the day, I mean, we are just going to have good time with a lot of good people, and obviously we'll make a lot of memories there. So I would urge everyone that if you are thinking about this, just go and register yourself. There is always first time for anything, and then you get hang of it. So take care, and thank you guys for your time and energy, and I hope to see you on 9th December.
Just for a clarification, there is no Gatorade.
Oh God, man, that's a bummer.
So
That is
thank
such a
you so
big
much.
bummer
Thank
this time.
We better bring it ourselves.
donuts will be available. Donuts will be available, and thanks to the Dough with Flow, Yawar Siddiqui, he always support us, and we
Thank
have
you,
the
man.
sponsors with us, kind of burning brownie and the uh, woof, kind of a woof and wolf fluffy is kind of a pet food. They have supported us, and it's kind of a thank you for so much for the sponsors. They have Dough with Flow, Rapid Burning Brownie, and Spaceman Studio, and especially thanks to the CD always come with us and support us. It's a really good support kind of they allow us to arrange the race in the inside the park area. They facilitate us, and they allow us use the lights in the night time. It's very really helpful. So thank you so much. And Margalla Backyard Ultra, the last date of registration is 4th of December. You have to register as soon as possible. उसके बाद जो है registration की fee भी जो है वो increase हो जाएगी. So if you have to register today, and you will get the medal and T-shirt if you have finished the loop. Otherwise, if you are going to register after the 4th of December, the registration fee will be $25, and we are not we will give a medal and T-shirt after 2 weeks of the race. So tomorrow we are going to be unfortunately today IHOR VERYS couldn't join his to the personal commitments. He was busy somewhere. So we really apologize in this regard. And tomorrow we have the Jennifer Russo. She is the one of the greatest ultra distance runner from USA. She is the world record holder in female category of Baker Ultra. She has done 74 loops, and recently she did 53 loops. So
Incredible.
she is really excited to join us. So hopefully, Yele, you will join us tomorrow, and Doc,
What
you will
time?
join at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Great. Yeah,
Uh,
I'll be there.
so we will hopefully
Looking forward, man.
we will learn from the Jennifer from her experience and suggestions. And really, and one thing more important to share with you is we are in contact with the Harvey Lewis. We will take time from the Harvey Lewis. So hopefully in the next week,
Wow.
he has agreed to give us half an hour. So he will give time in the next week. So we will announce accordingly. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. we will live again, and we will meet you, and will be with Jennifer Russo. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.
See you.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Yeah,
Have fun,
thanks.
guys. Bye.